Hey everyone, so today I, Vikrant Baba, is here to discuss a very important topic, that is the Indo-Japan relationship. You all know that the geopolitical and economic situation around the world is changing very rapidly. But despite of that fact, India's relationship with its friendly allies are touching new heights. And I do not hesitate in saying that in that list, Japan is our more trusted, reliable, and we can say all-weather ally. India's relationship with Japan is very strong. We can say we both share a very cordial relation. In 2014, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi made a visit to Japan, and in that visit, he made a statement regarding Indo-Japan relationship that the relation between both the countries is like a physical bond, and India really meant that statement. Japan is very important for India in terms of capital. Historically, the relation between both the countries is free of any kind of dispute, whether it be a ideological, cultural, or a territorial dispute. Both the countries have a long-rooted history, connected in spiritual affinity, and we both share a very good cultural ties. But this is spread to Japan from India in 66th century AD. India's Buddhist monk Bodhisena visited Japan in 752 AD. People of both the countries regularly visit each other countries to get the teachings of Buddhas, which show that there is a good people-to-people relation between both the countries. Both countries share a cordial relation. But if we go back to the World War II during 1944, the relation between the two countries is not good, as India was under the colony of British. At that time, India fighting a war with the Japan in the World War II, alongside with the Indian National Army, which is leading by our Subhash Chandra Bose. Japan defeated by Britain forces at that time. But after the World War II, India got its independence, and both countries signed a peace treaty in 1952 and established their diplomatic relation for the first time in 1952. Since then, in 1952, the relation between both the countries are continuously improving. Both the countries share a very mutual understanding. The relation between both the countries is strengthening new heights. Both countries understand each other's mutual interest. So this is regarding the relation between both the countries according to historical fact. But if we comes to the areas of cooperation, both the countries are cooperate in majority of the areas, starting from the economic relationship. In 2012, first Indo-Japan ministerial level economic dialogue was held in New Delhi, and I do not hesitate in saying that the economy, or we can say that the capital, is the main fundamental driver between the relationship of both the countries. Japan is the 5th largest investor in India in terms of FDI. Or we can say that the India is the largest recipient of the Japanese ODA, that is the official development assistance. This ODA is provided for the many fundamental or we can say many infrastructural projects in the India. Many infrastructural or we can say majority of the infrastructural project that is going around in India are funded by the Japan, like Delhi Mumbai industrial corridor, or the Mumbai Ahmedabad high speed rail corridor, Western dedicated freight corridor. These are some main important projects that are going under with the help of Japan. And in 2017, both countries signed an Act East Forum initiative, under which ODA, that is the official development assistance, was being provided to the northeast region to India to develop or to enhance the infrastructure region of the northeast region. So the economic relation between both the countries, we can say, are good. And if it comes to the defense cooperation, in 2020, both the countries signed a logistic agreement, that is the ACSA, that is the acquisition cross-serving agreement, which enables the armed forces of both the countries to coordinate closely and share equipment. Both the countries regularly conducted military exercises like GMAC, that is the naval exercise, Shenyu Mitri, that is air force exercise, or Dharma Guardian army exercise. And both countries also participate in the Malabar to enhance the security in the Indo-Pacific region. And third is the cooperation in the Indo-Pacific region. Both countries, the relation between both countries are strengthening, and both countries support each other interests in the Indo-Pacific region. Both support the freedom of navigation, freedom of trade in the Indo-Pacific region. Both both are the part of the Quad, which is designed to enhance the security and the freedom of navigation, or the freedom of trade in the Indo-Pacific region. And in last year 2021, both countries alongside with the Australia signed initiative, that is the SCRI, that is Supply Chain Resilient Initiative, which is signed, we can say, which is long to counter China's supply chain in the Indo-Pacific region, or to enhance the supply chain of these countries in the Indo-Pacific region. So the countries are coordinating in the majority of the areas. And at last, if we conclude the conclusion, you all know that this year we are celebrating 70th year of anniversary, that is the 70th year of bilateral relation between both the countries. As I told earlier, that the Japan is the 5th largest investor in India, and India is the biggest recipient of the Japanese ODA. But according to me, the bilateral relation, or we can say the trade relation between both the countries, are not up to the mark. The trade relation between both the countries is approximately 15 to 20 billion dollar, which is very less as compared to the China. Our trade relation with China is approximately 110 billion dollar, which is, I think, which is many times than the trade relation between the India and the Japan. So we have to enhance our trade relation approximately to 60, or we can say 50 billion dollar, if we want to counter China in the Indo-Pacific region. We have to enhance our trade in the Indo-Pacific region, so we can create our influence in the Southeast Asia, or we both can trade in the Southeast Asian countries. So it is very important for both the countries to enhance our trade relations, so we can counter China in the Indo-Pacific region and the Asian region.